Hello friends, this is Raman with your daily Forex market analysis for May 20th, 2016. Let's start by taking a look at the news that's coming out tomorrow. We have a fairly quiet European session in the morning here, and then for the New York we have Canadian news coming out first, core CPI, which is the inflation numbers, and core retail sales number, and then CPI month over month numbers here as well. And then we have existing home sales and also FOMC member Trollo speaking. Other than that, fairly quiet day to close the week off. Let's move on to the charts here, starting off with Euro US dollar daily chart. Yesterday we were looking for a further drop today, which is what we saw. Now we see a very small candle here, and after this candle we could see a move back up here. We have seen US dollar going up and euro coming down for the last couple of weeks here, and now it may be time for the market to start pulling back, closing, for people to start closing out some of those positions there that they have been in over the last couple of weeks. So be mindful of that, especially going into Friday. We may see some of that profit taking coming out tomorrow. So in terms of our analysis, this is bearish candle. However, it's not big, so we could see a push back up, and we'll be watching for this level here, 1.1216, those 1216 level, and we could even see move back up to this 1231 level. And if the price stays below this 1231 level here, we will look at the price to move down into this area here. I'd be looking for 1150 level right here, 1.1152, which is the 1150 level. It is what I would be watching for, and at this point we may see price push back off of that, which is the level that we reached in March 2016 here. So that's what we'll be watching for. If the price stays below 1231, we're looking for a further push to the downside to the bottom of this range here, and then a push back up. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we have just seen one-way trading here, and now we are into the pivot here. If the price holds below the pivot, we could see a further move to the downside. However, we could also see the move back and up into this 1230 level and then a drop. So we would keep an eye on that, and the next move here, the target would be this S2 level, which is 1150. Same here on the 1-hour chart. We'd be looking for price to go into R1 here, 1228 level. If it holds below this level, we're looking for a further move to the downside. However, if the price turns here at the pivot point, goes to S1, which is the bottom of yesterday's candle here at 1180, or it could go to S2, which is 1150, and then push back up. So those are a couple of the targets we'll have in mind for the move to the downside. However, we should see a reaction there. I'm not really expecting the price to break that level tomorrow. Looking at the pound here, we saw a move up, and yesterday we were looking for a pullback into this 145.70 level in this area. So we got that, and then a further move to the upside. So we did see that, and the price came and tested this previous pin here, right here, very important support and resistance level, and today we saw a very neutral close. So from here we should see a pullback from this level, and I'd be looking at this target of 145.20 level here as the level to the downside. And if the price continues further to the downside, we could look at potentially into this 144.80 level. Looking here at the 4-hour chart, we saw this railroad reversal here, and now price is pulling back. The first target will be this 145.60 level. This was the previous level that got tested, and then further move back into this 145.20 level, or even potentially down into S2 area, which is the 145.100. However, if the price doesn't break below this level, we're looking for a further move to the upside and a retest of this 146.70 level. And if the price does break up higher, we could target 147.70. However, it being Friday today, it doesn't seem very likely for the price to go up there. However, do keep that in mind that if the price does break above here, we could see the test of the next level. So for now, we'll treat this as an indecision candle, and based on the indecision candle, we would look for a move to the downside, something similar to that. Here we have big move to the upside, then an indecision candle and a move to the downside. That's what I would be expecting tomorrow. I would be expecting a pullback into this 145.20 level, into the top of the pins here, or into this level 145.40 level. Aussie US dollar here, we had seen a move to the downside, and yesterday we saw a test of this pin here at 71, approximately 71.80 level, and then a move off of this level. So based on this candle, this is rejection of this level, and if the price breaks above this 72.50 level, we'd be looking for a move back into this range here. However, if the price does stay below this, this is important support and resistance level here as well. If the price stays below 72.50, we're looking for a move back into to test the bottom of the pin here at 71.80 level, and if the price breaks that, then the next level we'll be targeting would be 71.20 area. Looking at the New Zealand dollar here, we see that the price came and tested this previous level of support and resistance and closed in with an indecision candle. So based on this close here, we would expect the market to push back up, which we are seeing right now. The target would be this level right here, which is 67.80 level. If the price breaks above this level, then we could be looking at a move back into the top of the range. So those will be the two targets we'll be aiming for New Zealand tomorrow. Looking at this 1 hour chart, it does look like we closed in with a pin bar. So if the price stays below R1, if it rejects at this level, we could be looking at a potential move back into the pivot and maybe even into this S1 level here at 67.15 or 67.12. We do need to watch out for that. Even though the daily candle closed as an indecision candle, it does mean that it could go either way. So if the price does not break this level, then we are looking for expecting the price to come back down and test the bottom once again. If however the price breaks through this level 67.84 or 80 level, then we are looking at price to move back into the top of the range. With this being an indecision candle, we have to be open to both possibilities. Dollar CAD here, we were expecting the price to push back into this level and then push further up, and as we can see, the price went all the way to 131.50 and since then has backed off of that level. It is an important support and resistance line here, so we may see a move off of that level, especially with tomorrow being Friday with profit taking coming in. We could see a move back into this 130.20 area and then even potentially lower here into 129.60 area. So those are a couple of the levels would be watching for. However, this is important. 31.50 is an important support or resistance area, so we would be looking for a move to the downside here. Looking at the 1 hour chart here, this is where we sit currently. The price did try to break up here through the 31.50 level and failed several times, and since then has closed bearish and now is pulling back off of that level, pushing to the downside. So we're looking for price to come back into this support or resistance area 130 right here. And if it breaks below this 130 area, we do have this inefficiency that could get filled. However, I'm not expecting a huge move out of any of these pairs tomorrow, so it will be more around profit taking and adjusting our positions. So that's all for now. I will see you later.